Inshallah and Ashe. As always, divine will's blessings to you and for you. And did you go to the depths of the Scorpio new moon and initiate a foundation built upon trust, infused with a belief you may stand upon, like something that really resonates with your heart and your soul, or your spirit to your soul? But either way, welcome to this week's Mystic Messages on this Moon's Day, Monday. I am your host, the Tanya D. And if you are new to my show, my channel, I am a practicing holistic shaman, medium, and otherworldly life coach, a subtle energetic surgeon by design, along with a reflector, as I follow the lunar energies, the moon, through the seasons and the gates. I've coined myself a holistic Sha medium, which is just a subtle choreography of my personal design, mapping out the energetic pathways, one subtle energy at a time, to activate your personal, unique, energetic algorithm. Each week, I cover the moon's stages and phases through the seasons, the elementals, a daily divination, along with an affirmation to get you on your magical way. And if you are new to my show, as always, my channel, please subscribe, ring the bell to alert other lunar beings that truly resonate with my frequency and my vibration, raising the energetic highway, that algorithm of the conscious collective, as each season reflects new vital energies. And we always start the week with reflectors. Guidance this week is a reflector following the moon through the seasons and the gates, the lunar energies, I may add, as I scroll on down the highway here. So this week on Reflector's Guidance, it's the High Priestess energy. It's the Shaman's Cave. It's the mystical, magical realm, just tapping into the innate ancestral wisdom. Some of us are literally the family janitor, the medicine people of the village, and really tapping into this ancient wisdom so that we have otherworldly assistants, our ancestors, really helping us to shed the old layers or shed light upon something, moving us into the timeline that we have been so diligently moving towards. It's an intense atmosphere that feels energetically visible, the seen and the unseen. So the universe is offering us an extra supportive ingredient to navigate this very potent energetic time. So as tensions rise, really taking a breath, a deep breath, along with a pause, even a pulse, regulating our nervous system, our heart space. So I'm sure that you can feel the pressures of the collective with heightened activities, some dynamic shifts. Again, take that pause, inhale that breath, do so now so that you're ready, actually. And we do kick off this week, this beginning week, with the moon in Sagittarius, along with the sun in Scorpio. So it's like freedom, adventure, loving Sagittarius, right? Highlighting how we manifest. And every body manifests differently. So believe in your own self-value. Like, are you able to believe in the feeling? And what exactly is that feeling? Where in your body are you feeling it? Like, embody and bodying the feeling. Is it a wish fulfilled kind of sensation? Like, what does your heart say and what do you feel about it? Is it something that you can believe in authentically? And have you truly given sacred space to a new way of believing that is truly limitless, unlimited potentials? And then the moon moves into Capricorn, the dark father, the lord of the dark father, strict control, obey, not a word that fits in my paradigm, but are you committing to the incision, the consciousness? It feels like the Matrix with this one to me, as Pluto is in Capricorn, tidying up the seams. I kind of just received that sensation in my own self. So feelings are structured, they're rising to the top. Like, what do you think about the commitment or the decision at hand? What is the feeling that's coming with the decision? Is it heartfelt? Or is it something you can believe in? Or are you thinking about it maybe a little too much? Because the moon in Capricorn is kind of at this energy of structuring our thought processor while in Scorpio. And then the moon moves into Aquarius, which is fantastic, right? For the weekend. So this, I would say, like, really taking notice on how this feels as Pluto is moving into Aquarius at the end of the Scorpio season. So this may be a sensation like a royal flush, like getting a download, like from the ethers, the etheric field maybe, or the 11th dimension, or an alien. It's kind of this eccentric rebelling inside of us. It's time to give that sacred heart space to the divine heart, literally handing it over to the divine altar, as source creator will handle all our problems as we're raising the bar. And also the Scorpio new moon, if you haven't tuned in, and the Sacred Spirit Circle, Scorpio, both have a meditation and a ritual. You can find them here on YouTube. Go ahead and share in the comments and really let me know. Allow me to know, like, I'm always sending out universal streams of gratitude to my audience, to my listeners, replays or otherwise. So really comment below if you're loving my new ritual meditation, if you will. And either way, thank you for showing up as well on Fridays, catching replays here on YouTube, as well on my Facebook page, Tanya D. You may or may not know, but every Friday I go live doing mini cowrie shell divinations. 3 p.m. live on Fridays, Mountain Time. All you need to do is authentically show up, comment your year of birth and your month, and I'll move the shells on your behalf. Sometimes I may ask you questions during it, but that's kind of it. If you feel like you need guidance, I do offer one-on-one, of course, private sessions. I do prescribe rituals to address the forces of adversity. In my divinations, I kind of get mystic messages from the other world, the otherworldly medicine cabinet, if you will. So if you'd like to dive deeper into your own personal medicine, your personal medicine cabinet, intuitive or psychic abilities, and your gift and purpose, I also highly recommend you take the Change Your Stars quiz. It's super fun. It's a kickoff or a beginning phase, a prelude to Change Your Stars, an offer I also have. I do feel that we all have a base note, and then we have some added influencers to assist us. So there is that energy. However, today, as we stroll down the elemental highway, we've got a yang water monkey of a day, a Ren Shen. So yang water monkey. So water is on the rise this time of year in the season, the rise of yin energy. And in a few more days, we're going to have a new month pillar. I will probably chat about that on this Friday's live show. Be sure to tune in. But yang water and the heavenly realm, the frequency there. This is the oceans, the seas, the streams, the rivers. I would even say it's part of the galaxy. I see the galaxy as an ocean unto itself, along with the monkey, which is a traveling star. It's a traveling energy. So this does bring a lot of excitement to our day, but also movement. So we may be kind of quick-witted, if you will, like quick-witted, like witting quickly on our toes, or just moving very quickly. It reminds me of the RAR, if you tuned into me with my fairies, in thoughts or invocations like words, spells, and all the things. But the yang metal in the monkey really allows us, it helps us, it assists us to let go and to truly move forward. And yang metal is the symbol of a sword. A sword, a fighting sword. So just imagine a warrior clearing the pathway for others before they do so for themselves. And metal brings clear vision. It brings clarity. And the earth produces metal. It holds metal. And the more grounded we are, the more we can see things clearly, with clarity. And earth is also the element that controls water or gives water direction. So really staying present, being in the now, especially if you find your mind running amok, as the mind often does, thoughts like racing heartbeat, racing like a heartbeat. Especially if you find your thoughts bouncing off of the yin water of the day. And with Mars now in Leo between now and January 6th, go figure, which I find curious, this is an ideal time to expand whatever makes your heart sing, blows your skirt up, like romancing the stone of your own inner heart's creativity. Just giving that some space. But this is an optimistic, auspicious energy for starting new projects. And again, take that pause, take a deep inhale, take that breath, and really ask yourself, put your left hand on your heart, what can I set in motion today that will help to open up more doors, opportunities out into the future? So we do have the support from the sun, Scorpio, trining Saturn, Pisces. So we do have this fluent yang water energy. And we have an abundance of resources available within us as well. So just imagine yourself as the general, the CEO of your own life, using this rich, nurturing soil of these inner resources to build your fantastic dream world, allowing your visions, your gift, your purpose to guide you, inspirit you, and carving out your own unique path. I'm going to be doing a manifesting offering to my subscribers, so be sure to watch for those posts, reels, and all the things. And reach out if you'd like me to tune into your elementals as well. Myself, my elemental foundation is pretty fiery. I do use the subtle and the physical element of water mostly to balance myself. Not all of the time, but quite often, I'll say. I do also have, in case you didn't know, a membership and a mentorship offer. This is where I kind of dive in deeper. It's called the Shamanic Healing Academy. It's my online grimoire. It's a virtual library. It's a house that has all of my online offers, including Change Your Stars, from a beginner's foundation into a master's and then evolving, where you can learn at your own pace, at your own grace space. I do see it as a virtual grimoire with ritual insights through indigenous spirit technologies. You have access to all the Spill the Tea replays, my live shows, including Gift and Purpose, plus a monthly coven call to clear energies of adversity with other stewards of the universe. It's totally off of social media. It's a private social space within the Shamanic Healing Academy. You can join for only $3.99 as an introductory offer for the first 30 days, and then the price does go up. So this is all for people who are into indigenous spirit technologies, healers, mages, shamans, whatever label you want to give yourself, witches even. So this is for you if your soul and your heart is longing for a tribe, an online virtual coven, basically a sacred gathering space that's crafted genuinely, authentically, for those of us that really wish to share our light, our magic, our purpose, without being smothered down or someone dimming our light, basically. And of course, other mystical musings. If you don't know, I do a show called Spill the Tea. It's a monthly live show. It's always on the third Friday of each and every month. Again, all you need to do is subscribe to the Musing News, make your inbox glimmer. With Pluto's final exit during Scorpio season, November's Spill the Tea will have insights for both Pluto innovating a higher frequency vibration and Jupiter and Sagittarius being in a fellow air sign. And off to the mystic messages today, because we can't just stop with that. I'm actually going with the Galactic Heritage cards. Again, I'll be actually just reading out of the book. The card meetings and commentaries. This is new for me. I haven't dove in, and there's like a plethora of messages here. So we'll take that as a notice to get going. Our first message comes from Secrecy, the 44, and Sirius, the past. Sirius rising, right? Let's get Sirius to rise. And the 44, this is innovating our innovation. Like this is like the eclectic bubble, like bursting the bubble. And again, it's a decision to be made on that frequency. I would say elevate our frequency, energy, vibration to a higher field. And the 44 for Sirius, as I get to that, secrecy. So in order to protect, ironically, in order to protect, and secrets, hidden secrets is kind of a Scorpio energy. In order to protect and serve humans in the early days, Syrians often had to work secretly in small covert groups. There was a strong feeling that separation was necessary in order to do positive work without obstruction. Many humans still carry this karmic pattern. This card is encouraging us to think about the issue of secrecy and how you live your life. It suggests that it is time to live your life out in the open with no shame or fear or of rejection or retribution. If you show your true self to the world, this may be scary at first, but it will eventually head to a true sense of freedom and self-confidence. I love that for today's day, especially with the moon being in Sagittarius, freedom there. And with the moon in Sagittarius, our soul's harmonic is open. That's our ninth energetic center. So this is the book of life where we curate and correlate with Creator, scripting our new story. So I'll take that. And then our next message for Tuesday comes from Lyra. I will say 44 Secrecy Sirius also says the past. So that's a Scorpio, definitely frequency. But Lyra, the present, protectiveness, the 16. This reminds me of us opening up our heart space to receive divine guidance from Spirit, the universe. Protectiveness, Lyra, being in the present. 16, as I flip down to 16 here. Thank you for letting me do this. I do appreciate it because these cards are pretty fascinating, I find. Okay, so 16, a strong trait of the Lyran civilization of protectiveness. They were often the lions protecting their cubs when it came to protecting their offspring and even their territory. Thus, this trait can be helpful or obsessive. Sometimes a protective nature can harm those who we are protecting because it does not allow them to grow and make their own decisions. This karmic pattern of protectiveness is one that you have experienced in many lives. Sometimes you were the protector, and other times you were the one who was protected, who was not allowed to grow. So by looking at this issue now, this pattern can be released. And as a commentary, this may get a little long. As a commentary in this Lyran time stream, another quality that began to emerge is that of protectiveness. In and of itself, this is not a negative quality, but at times it can serve to weaken the ones being protected or create separation and division that ends up with negative ramifications. It can also create an attitude of "this is mine," which reinforces polarity. As a positive manifestation, there is an appropriate level of protectiveness regarding your commitment to high inner qualities such as integrity and responsibility. Sometimes these inner strengths require protectiveness in a world of chaos and confusion. Thus, protectiveness can be selfless or selfish. Once again, asking us to look at this polarity within us. So I like that. That's for Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday. And then we got Lyra again, birth and expansion, the past. So we go from the past to the present, back to the past again. So it's almost like we're getting into that algorithm, cleansing those streams. And 13, that's another innovative breakdown number, breaking down our beliefs, making sure they're aligned with our heart, not the heart of outside forces, which happens a lot, especially in relationships, even in careers, being told what the great life is in manifesting or all our dreams. But as the Lyran civilization grew, it unleashed a tremendous amount of creative energy. I love that. There was so much excitement to build this new civilization and expand into the galaxy. It was a time of optimism, enthusiasm, creative experimentation. So this card reminds us of that ancient time that we were a part of, and it encourages us to once again find that creative spark within us. Don't be afraid of your creativity. There were times when you were punished for it, but that reality has passed, and it has. So it's time to release the karmic patterns of fearing your creativity and trust the universe to support it. As a commentary, this one says, because this refers to the time period of Lyra's past pioneering spirit and their commitment and enthusiasm to build the physical reality that they desired, which is a masculine trait, by the way. You might think this is a card that represents a focus on masculine energy. That isn't necessarily true. It refers even more deeply to the creative process of the Lyrans, which, when used in a healthy way, was a very balanced expression. Creativity can be used for service, or for selfishness. In their journey to mature as a species, the Lyrans used this creativity in both ways, and they learned the lessons of selfishness when they made unconscious, self-serving choices. And then it goes on to say, just like children or teenagers learn about the results of their choices, so did the Lyrans. So I'll take that. And then on Tantalizing Thursday, oh my goddess, we've got the Earth. 78, seeing the one, future. You know, I can see into futures. The furthest I've ever gone, well, I won't say the furthest, but I've gone further. But this is like, I'll just say 6 months, but I've gone further than that. But 78, this is like listening to our intuition before we decide. Seeing the one, to me, is discernment. And the Earth also, future Earth. Like, we all know our Earth space is changing. I don't know about you, but I can feel it. And 78, seeing the one, future. I like that. So after a long struggle, I'd say Capricorn and Pluto. Go ahead and write down your struggles, by the way. But after a long struggle, humanity achieves enlightenment. What does this mean? Humans no longer feel the need for conflict, and they put down their literal and metaphorical weapons, energetics. Through seeing clearly without judgment, we learn to perceive through the eyes of others and eventually realize that there is only one consciousness that sees through all eyes. All eyes are always upon us, right? In the spirit world and the animal and plant nature, right? So begin practicing the now in meditation. Ask yourself, who is the one seeing the one seated in meditation? And as you connect with this seer, I like this, know it is only one being who is seeing, and this being spans the entire universe. I'll take that. Then it goes on to say, as the commentary, the biggest challenge for the awakening of any planetary species is the ability to transcend polarity. As long as we continue to see reality in black and white terms, we continue to keep ourselves separate from the true consciousness that we are, the one all-abiding being in creation who sees through a myriad of eyes. And then it has a famous Bible quote, Matthew 6:22 says it best. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. So either way, I think we need to envision the future that our heart and our soul resonates with and raises the vibration. And then on Fantastic Friday, which I go live on Fridays, join me for mini divinations, plus other stuff, not going to lie. We've got Renewed Hope, 79. Zeta Reticuli, the present. I like that. So we've got the past, the present, the past again, into the future. Now we're in the moment with an octopus. And again, spirit, initiating spirit. I'll go with that and opening up our heart to receive spirit. So yeah, I feel like spirit is going to maybe rattle the field is kind of what I want to see or say. But 79, when a crisis passes and we are no longer deep in fear, there's a sense of relief. It feels like a new dawn has arrived and the future is filled with hope. This is where the Zetas are emotionally in this era. Their species crisis has passed and they are feeling a new dawn rising. The message for us is to see each moment as a chance for a new dawn. Nothing in the physical universe is consistent or constant except change, and we all know that. With each change comes the potential for beauty, joy, and growth. Don't let the moments of your life pass without noticing them as doorways to awakening. Begin now. I like this for a few reasons, I'm sure you know. So this card in the commentary refers to an era of Zeta civilization when their species crisis had passed and they were on the road to recovery. I feel like this is what's going to be happening for us. As always, everything's happening for us, not to us. So with the threat of their extinction over, they reconnected with their joy and began to free up and feel hopeful about the future. They realized that they could not go back to the ways of their past and had to reshape their civilization along with themselves. So I think I'll take that and take it as a blessing, right? So with that, as we are moving forward, our message for today, there we go. I'm getting better. What do you think? Ha! Message for the day. I chose this card for this message for a few reasons. Water and divine light reflecting. So an affirmation to get you on your magical way. I trust my feelings as I navigate my belief with streams of divine light. I kind of feel it should have been with divine guidance, the soul's harmonic, like calling the otherworldly operator to really divinely connect us. So either way, be sure to tune in to both the moon meditation along with the sacred spirit circle. I do have several affirmations in there as well. And last but not least, hopefully you join me live on Fridays for my live show, Mystical and Magical, along with mini cowrie shell divinations for my listeners and my audience. Either way, comment below. And as always, blessings, and I'll see you on the other side. Ashe.